Have you ever been to one of those fancy galas and they're passing out those appetizers and you're like, ooh, that looks pretty. What is that? I've got a perfect one for you. This is my steak and blue cheese crostinis. They're so easy to make, and trust me, they'll impress your guests. 6 minutes start to finish. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Let's get to cooking. There's many cuts you can do with this appetizer as far as the steaks go. I'm going to use picanha, or you could use a top sirloin. I'm gonna do a little bit of olive oil down. Basically, it's the same thing. Top sirloin is a part of the cut of picanha. Y'all are probably making fun of me the way I say it. I can hear you now. But really any steak you want, this will work out. Just make sure you're getting something that's going to grill well. You don't want anything that's going to pull apart. So get these on here. Use whatever your little heart desires when it comes to seasonings, but for me, I just use a good old Montreal steak seasoning. And we're gonna do some butter. Kick up the flavor here. I used about 3 tablespoons of butter. I also have about 2 3-ounce steaks that I sliced here. So we're gonna let this butter cook down. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Get it in a little circle. While those are cooking down, let's talk about the base of the dish. It's gonna be your bread. Now you can use whatever you want. I'm using a baguette. You can use a French loaf if you wanted to, Cuban bread, whatever's on sale, honestly. I cut them a specific way to make it a little prettier. I do a little diagonal here, so I'm gonna cut the little butt off, that's what I call it. And then I'm going to slice it diagonally because this is what looks best on your platter. And depending on how many people you have, maybe you just have your friends coming over for cocktail hour. You can even make these smaller if you wanted to. But for purposes of today, this is going to be one of my heavy appetizers, where this is kind of dinner for me tonight. While I'm slicing this last piece here, let's talk about the flavor within this. You're basically just toasting this bread. You don't want it too hard, you don't want it too soft, somewhere right in the middle. So I'm gonna add some olive oil down. I'm going to take my spatula and just smooth it all around evenly. And then I'm going to actually take my SPG, which is basically our Blackstone salt, pepper, garlic. You can just put whatever seasoning you want down, just garlic powder would be fine. And I'm going to sprinkle it here on my griddle top. This is just a little trick so it really sticks well to the bread for good flavor. Once that's down, we're going to add our bread and let these toast on low while your steak is cooking. So all of these on here, I did about 8 slices. Actually, I did a little more than that for good measure. I think that looks delicious. Let's move over to the steak. I think they're about ready to flip here. So you really want caramelization within your steak, and make sure it's all bumped up to high while you're cooking. And I would say about another couple of minutes on these, and let these toast down. In a couple minutes, we'll flip them and we'll be back. How you want it cooked is your own way, whether it's medium, medium well. So once your steak, you flip it, you're getting that good consistency of the crispiness texture you want. We're going to check on our toast. Really just a couple minutes on each side. You just want it a little toasty. You don't want your bread to get too hard. And once that's done, we're gonna start building. The steak is done, so we're gonna take these off of the griddle so we can prepare them in a bowl for when we build. We're gonna pull these crostinis off. They're looking nice and crispy and delicious. We're gonna plate them. I'm gonna pick 5 here on this platter. Keep some extra ones just in case. Now the basis of the crostini is going to be like a pepper house, mustard or mayonnaise, whatever you can find as long as it's pepper house, because it really adds a kick to this. On top of that, you're gonna add your watercress. You can also do arugula if you do not like watercress. And then that delicious steak that we cooked. Then we're gonna add the delicious blue cheese crumbles, and last but certainly not least, you have to have the balsamic vinegar glaze. It is absolutely delicious and necessary for this appetizer. And I gotta tell you, it is looking fabulous. Let's give it a bite. This looks so good. Gotta get a good grip on this. Oof, my mouth is watering. Here we go. Oh yeah, amazing flavor. This is it, delicious. Just as I remember it from that gala I was telling you about, I stole the idea. I make these when my girlfriends are coming over for wine night. This is great during the holidays when you're having a bunch of family over. You want to make something quick, but you want it to be pretty. This is the dish. I'm tasting the great flavors of that steak. The blue cheese crumbles really make it. And if you don't like watercress, you can use arugula instead. Don't forget, you've got to add that pepper house base to the bottom of that crostini. It is so good. At the end of the day, just keep it quick. You got to keep it simple, and most importantly, you've got to keep it delicious. My name's Taylor Mock, and I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.